he talks the talk. He recognizes that millennial engagement is just as important as millennials running for office. An American hero. Democrats, please join me in welcoming Jason Kander.
Thank you, Hannah. Y'all want to give Hannah a round of applause real quick? So, my name is Jason Kander. I'm the former Secretary of State of the state of Missouri. Some of you know me, some of you don't. If you do, it's because I'm the guy who can put a rifle together while blindfolded on TV. Yeah, I'm that guy. All right, well, look, I'm going to take 5 minutes of your time. I'm traveling the country exposing the fact that, exposing the real Donald Trump re-election strategy, which is about voter suppression. It is about making it harder for people to vote. That's what he's really doing. And you are very fortunate here in Massachusetts in that you have a great Secretary of State who believes in making it possible for people to vote in Bill Galvin. But that's not the case everywhere. And so I want to make sure you know about what's going on elsewhere in the country. You know the big lie that President Trump told where he said that 3 to 5 million illegal voters voted in the election? The biggest lie, I think, that a sitting president has ever told. By the way, you all remember it well because he also lied and said that folks were going across the border to New Hampshire from here. I was in New Hampshire yesterday. They think that's ridiculous too, just like you do. So the reason that he's telling this lie, a lot of people believe that Trump tells this lie because he's just a very deeply insecure human being who knows he lost the popular vote by that amount and is covering for that. Honestly, that's also probably right. But it also has to do with the fact that he's trying to pave the way for the passage of laws that make it harder to vote all across the country. Because he knows that 54% of the people who voted last year voted for somebody not named Donald Trump to be president. And he looks at states like Wisconsin that have the most extreme voter laws in the country and says, if I won by 20,000 there and there were 300,000 folks who couldn't vote, maybe that's my strategy to get reelected. So that's what he's doing. So in February, I, as a former chief election official in my state, started an organization I want you to know about. It's called Let America Vote. And Let America Vote is the first organization with the purpose of creating political consequences for elected officials who try and make it harder to vote. So I hope you'll go to letamericavote.org and check it out. 55,000 folks nationwide have signed up already. We've been around 3 months, so I would appreciate it if you did. Now, before I go, I wanted to just share a quick story about my friend, Senator Warren. Thank you, by the way, for her. We appreciate it everywhere else around the country. So last year I ran for the United States Senate in Missouri, and Senator Warren came and campaigned with me. And we booked a real big venue because she's pretty popular, and it ended up being that we were way over capacity by about 300 or 400 people who couldn't get in. I have, I'll say, limited experience with overcapacity crowds. Wasn't something I was particularly familiar with at that point. But this is the kind of person she is, and you know this. She turns to me and she says, Jason, we gotta go talk to those people outside. So with all that energy that she has, we go running downstairs. There's 300 or 400 people outside who couldn't get into the event, and she proceeds to, at the top of her lungs, give them a speech like she's gonna give at the event. People still talk about this in Kansas City. And I just wanted you to know that what she has to say resonates in Kansas City just the same way that it resonates here. And so every time I read about the Republicans like Mitch McConnell trying to make a boogeyman out of her, all I can think is, well, good luck with that, because that ain't gonna work. And before I go, I wanted to tell you one thing as Democrats that I think we should all know. There is an enormous feeling out there we feel the momentum, but what I hear a lot of people ask me is it real? Is this energy out there real? I'm getting, somebody said, yes it is, that's right. I'm getting all over the country lately, and I just want to tell you a quick story. Not long ago, I was in Tennessee, speaking to Democrats in Tennessee. And a very nice woman named Dawn picked me up and was driving me around all day to different events, speaking to Democrats. And Dawn seemed to know everybody in Tennessee, as she appeared to me to be the ace #1 MVP volunteer of the Tennessee Democratic Party. So by the end of the day, she's dropping me off at the airport. I'm going to go back to Kansas City. And so I asked her, I said, Dawn, how many years have you been involved with the Democratic Party here in Tennessee? And she said, years? She said, I got involved on January 20th, 2017. She said, before that, all I'd ever done was vote, but I've been active every single day since. So I wanted you to know that while the Republicans may have the power right now, we have the momentum. Thank you very much, and God bless.